off air, you were talking about like, yo, like Embiid's been so dominant. When you watch the Sixers play without him, like they're really not that good. If you were Embiid, how much would this season weigh on you in terms of looking at what the team looks like, looking at how dominant you were, the injury that obviously he's had? Like, would you want to even play for the 76ers moving forward or kind of force your way out?
Well, coincidentally, they ended up beating the Mavericks today.
Oh,
I was
officially
talking
beat
about
the
how
Mavericks?
yeah, the game was
Okay.
over. They won by
Damn,
4.
I'm happy I didn't bet today.
The Mavericks.
Yeah,
It's
I'm happy
another
I
it's
didn't
another team that is just
bet.
terrible. And we talk about Jalen Brunson. They could have had Jalen Brunson
For cheap.
plus exactly for
And
cheap,
then
and then
I
they
got
could have
another
added
star,
somebody else. Yes,
and then been set.
but so and I think Jalen Brunson fits way better with Luka because clearly. But anyway, if I'm Embiid, I try and force Daryl Morey out. That's what I would say. I don't think I would necessarily leave Philly. I don't think he really ever wants to because of the whole process thing, and it's just I don't think that. Yeah, he just doesn't seem like the type. He's more, which you kind of seen, like, y'all come here. I'm trying to get people to come here, but I don't think he's really trying to leave.
And it's a good market to come to as opposed to like when Dame was in Portland or even Giannis right now with the Bucks. He has a pretty good market to come to outside of, the Boston, who's historic, the LA market, Miami, all that shit. So
Yeah, I think it's just Daryl Morey. If it wasn't for Daryl, well, it's a two-edged sword because if it wasn't for Daryl Morey, I don't know if they would have got James Harden in the first place.
yeah, they wouldn't.
But it's definitely because of Daryl Morey that James Harden left. And now we're seeing that James Harden wasn't even though like he be doing a lot and he was tripping, he wasn't crazy because Chris Paul just came out and said that Daryl Morey blatantly lied to his face and was like, "No, we're not going to trade you. Or if we do, I'm going to let you know." And the next thing you know, he's traded.
So happened with Melo too.
Yeah, so it's like I think that's especially even more light being brought on it now. It's gonna make a lot of people not want to come there.
Yeah.
And they're also about to have to pay Maxey. So I don't know. I mean, but I think that he might end up being the same as like Dirk. Like eventually at some point they might get it together and he might win one, but it's gonna be a bunch of him carrying a bunch of mediocre teams. And I don't think that the only unfortunate thing is there's no way he plays as long as Dirk.
I was about to say that too because you were talking about earlier where there's just those certain players who don't really put themselves in positions to get hurt, and obviously Joel Embiid's always had that track record of being injured. So
yeah, he see that's the thing. Like Jokic is the same size probably as Embiid, and he has a ground-bound game. Embiid plays like he's Steph Curry, exactly, and that's why his knees be buckling every time. So,
it's crazy. Obviously he has an injury track record, but it seems like his injuries are always a freak accident.
I don't know. I mean, it feels like he slips or something like that, or he's just really heavy. So when he falls, it's stuff that a lot of other people do and don't really get injured. But we were talking about this beforehand, when you come into the league injured, you missed your first 2 years, your body is not going to get better. And now you're 30.
He is 30 now.
So
time ticking.
Yeah.
Because we talk about Braun playing for a long time. I see him 35 tops, he out.
Right. And for me, it's not even Embiid it's more of a like I don't think his body can take him until exactly.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I definitely do not. Anything can happen, but I don't see him winning with Philly. He'd have to team up with someone and try to get it done. I don't know who that team's gonna be.
They would have to either get lucky in the draft or
get
lucky that somebody was like, "Yeah,
I want to come here.
Fuck it, I want to come." Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.